You're right people, Alex Mathers here. Thank you for tuning into another video with me here. Now I want to go into an interesting way of putting things, and this is something that I've known for a while, but I've been mulling this idea over for a bit. And it's an interesting way of flipping things around. Now what if I was to suggest to you that for those of you who get anxious, which I know is pretty much all of you, what if being anxious was a sign of what was right with you rather than what is wrong with you? How could that play out in reality? How would that apply? How could that be a thing? Your being anxious is a sign of what is right for you. Now think about this. When you're anxious, your brain is usually moving at a very fast pace. You're overthinking things, you're ruminating, you're obsessing, you're just thinking on things too much in a negative way, and that is creating anxiety. That is creating a kind of burnout sensation where you're overheating and you are just running your mind far too quickly for what reality is showing you. And perhaps what it's showing you is that because you have a fast moving mind, maybe things are moving a little bit too slow for you. Maybe you either need to slow down, but perhaps it's also an indication that you need to be filling your life with more stuff. You need to be doing more with your life. Maybe it's telling you, maybe your anxiety is secretly nodding you, prodding you in the side saying, maybe this isn't enough. Maybe you could do more. Maybe your potential goes higher than all this stuff. And yes, being anxious often is an indication of you being kind of out of your league in many ways, and you're kind of overthinking in a negative way. But I'm also suggesting that perhaps being anxious might suggest that you need to be putting more into your day so that you don't constantly worry and you actually use your fast-moving mind, your very powerful brain and put it to good use, to more stuff. I think that when you get anxious, it's because you're thinking about too many negative things, and you're worrying and you're ruminating on the wrong kinds of things, usually things that don't even exist, like the monster under the bed, the fact that you look stupid when you don't, all those kinds of silly things that we overthink about. But what if we were to bring more into our lives and challenge ourselves more and distract ourselves with those things, with those interesting things that we can get our teeth into, rather than spend too much time worrying. So really, at its essence, what I'm telling you is that maybe your anxiety is revealing to yourself and reminding you of your tremendous power, your tremendous speed that exists in your brain. And rather than trying to fix yourself and trying to cure your problems and thinking that you're a freak and weird and all that kind of stuff, perhaps it's an indication of your unbelievable potential and your unbelievable capabilities. And perhaps if you were to try this and bring in more into your day, fill your routine with more stuff, do more things, do little things that scare you here and there, but elevate yourself gradually over time through desensitization, whatever it takes to sort of move through life and take action on things. What is it that you need to be doing that your anxiety is showing that you need to bring more into? It's just an interesting thought. I think for anxious people, it's usually an indication that they are not doing enough with what they can do, and they're thinking about the wrong things, they're directing their attention to the wrong areas. But perhaps if you had more stuff to think about, to divert your attention away from the bad, perhaps that is a better way to suit yourself. And I have to say that when I have increased my obsessiveness with things that are of interest to me, and I've brought more into my world, and I've dedicated myself to more stuff, and I've elevated my goals and my targets to more interesting things that are more of a stretch, that require me to talk to more people and do more stuff and not think so much about all those dark things that I don't need to be spending time with anyway. What could your life look like in that regard? So just think about that, just a little discussion point, a little thinking point for today. Perhaps your anxiety is showing you that you are much more capable, much more powerful than you ever thought you were. And perhaps all of this fast thinking is just an indication of your genius being used in the wrong places. So how could you redirect that genius mind, that overthinking, fast-moving mind to other things that are more positive? And how could you bring more into your life so that you don't have any time, any moment to worry? You're just filled with interesting things and you're doing what you're supposed to be doing as a high-level, high-functioning human. Hope that helped, guys. Do subscribe if this made sense, and do like this video, and I will see you in the next one.